Hi everyone. I've decided to take my one pot meal to Louisiana, where they're known for the jambalaya and all kinds of jambalaya. And today I'm going to be doing a chicken and shrimp jambalaya because it has to have some shrimp in there. And I have a little help from this wonderful little full thing. Haven't used it before, but it was great. I have some rice, of course, that you need. I have the tomato sauce. I have some oil and some salt. And we're gonna start this whole thing. I love those pot meals and the fact that I have this thing that just chopped everything up for me. I think it's called a full star. And I've had some sweet beans, my rice, and my chicken has been marinated like the night before. I had all of the Creole seasonings in there. I added a few other things like adobo. I chopped it up. It's bone in, so it's going to take a little bit longer. So I did a slightly different process to what they do, just because they actually have boneless chicken, but I have bone-in chicken, which I thought is great for this. And I'm really excited. So I decided to first do a little bit of searing with my chicken so I can get some color. It also builds up the flavor, so I didn't have to use the sausage for a flavor. And loved it. It smells so good as it sizzles in the kitchen right now. So I'm going to take that out, and of course now I will use that part to now season up the veggies, which I'll add in there, which I was so happy to do because it just makes use of all of these like brownings in there. And by the way, when I was at the end of this, there was no burnt bottom up there to scrape out. It came out really good, so I want to let you know that I'm using a cast iron pot right now. Of course, you can use whatever you like. Adding the rice in right there, and so they like to call it toasting the rice. I think that's a great idea. You can consider it to be seasoning the rice as well. Since there were so many spices in there already, I decided not to add any more spices, just because I really got a lot of spices when I marinated my chicken and then had it fry into those oils. There was no additional oil that was ever used to stir up this vegetables. I did let it sit there for a little while to soak it all up. And then I added in the things here. Obviously I started with the sausage. It was already cooked, so I just put it in there. Just so much other flavors going on at the moment. And now it's time for me to add the tomato sauce. Actually. But first I'll just do a little stir here. Make sure. So I'm going to get ready for it to just sit there, and so I just did a big stir here. The tomato sauce is added. I added some water just to top over the rice there to make sure it's all cooked and everything like that. The shrimp will definitely go in afterwards, just because it's the last thing could be cooked, and you can kind of control how cooked it could be if you just put it to last. This was so fun. I added a habanero in there, and while it was sizzling away, it smelled so good. So that was like, of course, I put some black pepper in there. It smells so good. Added the shrimp in there. I'm gonna let it sit for like about 5 minutes so it can get to its fullest pink, so I know that's fully cooked and everything. It looks and smells so delicious right now. I can't wait to have some. It did take me about 2 hours to do it. About-ish. Maybe less. Maybe more. And now I did let it sit for a little while. And now I'm gonna have a little bit of it. As you can see that it did get dried out, but not in a bad way. It was like perfect. Everything just kind of got like really fluffy afterwards. I did have a little bit with my pepper. It was so good. Well, thank you so much. I hope you liked this video. You could definitely modify with every, but there's so many other videos of this. Please like my video. I thought that my food came out fantastic. Have a nice day. Bye.